Oh, come on, you can do that better. Welcome to the Pharmacist Comedy Club! Oh, that is so good to hear. Who's ready to laugh? Good, because you're in for a treat. Everyone, please welcome up to the stage first my best friend in the whole world, Xander the Blue!
Fucking it. I'm using this to track my time and I broke everything over. I wrote the magic with my... Fuck it. Just tell me when my time's up. It's up. God damn it. Okay, anyway. How's everybody doing? Having a great time? Yes! Woo! I actually had to fly in this time. I took a flight here. Except I like to pack light because every time I've had to actually do my luggage and actually check in luggage, the last 3 times I've been flagged by the TSA. So next time I'll just say fuck it, and I'm gonna put all my clothes in a bag, and on top I'm gonna put a t-shirt that just says I'm the bomb. Screw it. So anyway, this time around I wanted to get a book. I got the Tina Fey book, really good. She's awesome. I love 30 Rock. Anyway, so I was getting that book, and as I was buying the book, I had a conversation with the teller. She was like, "Oh, where are you flying?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm flying home. I actually got a job here." And she's like, "Oh, what kind of job did you get?" I'm like, "Oh, and as I'm signing my name for the receipt, she's like, "Oh, I got an art job in town here." And as I'm signing my name, she's like, "Artists have the worst handwriting." Why'd you have to go 50 Shades of Bitch all of a sudden? I just don't understand it. I'm an artist, so my handwriting's bad. I just wanted to be like, you just don't understand my brilliance. Scarf. So, anyway, up in the flight, I'm already afraid of flying. And we had lots of turbulence because Jesus loves me. And anyway, the guy next to me, we're shaking all over the place, and this guy orders, he stops the flight attendant and orders hot tea. No! Nobody's that British. Nobody's just like, "Excuse me, I've been enjoying this wibbly-wobbly space bus, and I would like to honor the Queen with a spot of tea." No, not cool. And then, well, she brought the tea, he didn't spill it, I'm an asshole. Moving on, the other flight attendant was this cute guy, and that was great, and he was coming down the aisle, and he was like really nerdy and really gay. Like, as gay nerdy as being balls deep in Steve Urkel. So, and he had a lisp too, so, like, he would come around and he was giving peanuts out, and he was like, "Excuse me, would you like some peanuts?" What? "Do you want peanuts?" I knew what he was saying, but I just wanted to like screw with him. He's like, "Well, he ordered the scalding tea. How about we go make some hot coffee?" I like my coffee like my men. Filled to the brim with cream by college dropouts. or alternatively, I like my coffee like my men. Straight from the grinder. So, anyway, yeah, obviously I'm gay. I hate the word gay because it's a one-syllable gut punch. It's just gay. I hate that. And it bothers me. A way more beautiful word is pedophilia. It just sounds like you're singing the notes out. Just pedophilia, ice cream truck trap door. And people always associate when they find out you're gay, you have certain skills and traits. Like it's a fucking class in D&D. Like, okay, you're gay, so you get -5 in sports and +10 in fabulous. I don't understand that whole thing. It's like, oh, Bob, I can't pick up my drapes. You like the butt fuck, right? So, anyway, But one thing that I do like that is actually stereotypical, I love the Oscars. Did anyone watch the Oscars this year? Yeah. I want to see that one movie, Whiplash, which is like, from what I can tell from the trailer, it's this old guy beats these young kids into musical greatness. But that just seems like the white version of the Jackson 5. You're grown because you know how that movie ends. Anyway, but that show is like so gay. And now the last 2 times they had Ellen host. This time they got Neil Patrick Harris to host. Our best gay. So it's so extravagant and so gay. It just feels like a 4-hour training video for ISIS. Like they just throw that out like, Ahmed, please don't punch the television every time Ellen takes a selfie. Not that. Anyway. Oh, what else do I got? So, anyway, I love meeting all sorts of different furs. All come from all walks of life. I always thought, what if there was a furry president of the United States? We wouldn't know. There could have been, we wouldn't know. You know, Theodore Roosevelt was always like, bully this and bully that. You could have put on a bull costume. His wife put on a matador outfit with a red cape above her snatch. But the one I picture being the furry the most, George W. Bush. I just picture him being alone in the Oval Office, looking left and looking right, just being like, I'm a kitty. Meow. Iraq is my personal sandbox. When he gets out, Obama, clean up my shit. I'll tell you who I don't think is a furry though, is Ronald Reagan. Because, you know, he was very proud of being a Republican. The GOP, they had the elephant, and as we all know, an elephant never forgets. Never mind. Alzheimer's joke. Okay. Anyway, so I don't know if you saw. Apparently, they legalized pot in D.C. I don't know if this is that right? That's why I kept on saying the headlines. You never know for sure. I hate that because it's good. I like the progress thing, but now I kind of don't like it because now all these decisions out of D.C. will actually make sense. And we'll get fun headlines all the time, just like you'll see on C-SPAN, like, you just had a vote, the ayes had it, we're totally getting Papa John's. So, we ordered the t-shirts here. Do you guys like the t-shirts for the con? Yeah! I was really happy with that, and Nick's here made the amazing design. And when we saw what it would look like, they would show us a mock-up of what it looked like. Here's a cool-looking black guy. I was like, yeah, that looks awesome, sweet. I was so happy when I was like, wait a minute. Everything looks good on a cool black guy. That's the reason why when I was in grade school, kids were wearing their pants backwards because of cool black guys. You ever jump, crisscross? Yeah, all that crap. And then I would expect on the Grammys, if freaking Kanye West and Jay-Z showed up with the Dumb and Dumber suits, with the red and powder blue, kids would be rocking that in middle school. I swear, right away. But you can't tell. Well, black guy. He can pull it off. And this guy, he totally looked like the Old Spice guy. He's like, hello. I just picture him in a fur coat. Hello.
No worries.
Look at yourself. Look around you. Surrounded by lions, tigers, and whatever that is. Look at your hat. Look at me. Look at your hat. Your money has turned into con swag. Anything can happen in a fur coat. I'm on a horse. Of course. Yes, he does. And so I was dealing with depression a little bit, and I was listening to this podcast where it's like, you know, because of depression, you can get on the sad bus, or you can get on the happy bus. And I'm like, this guy has obviously never been on a bus. Because there is no happy bus. If you're on a city bus, it's like being on a rolling hate Twinkie. And you're the filling. I try to distract myself though. Like I like the handhelds. There's like the there's phone games and 3DS. But my favorite handheld is my penis. Gets me lots of hours of entertainment on the go. Co-op's incredible. But if I bring that out on the bus, I ruined Christmas. Oh man, so I really dug my last job before this one. It was a pretty sweet gig. I was unemployed. If you can get past the soul-crippling depression, pretty cool. But anyway, like, one thing I learned about being unemployed, maybe it's just me, you can follow any sentence. Like, it's hard to get things done. Like, I could do this, everything you say, I should work on my resume, or I should work on my portfolio. You can always follow that up with, or I could jerk off. Nothing is stopping you. There were days where I would have gotten more done if my hands were chopped off. That's really sad. So, with that in mind, I was going to go somewhere else with that, but I didn't remember. As usual. And I can't read my... Oh yeah! So, that just brings me back, like... It's even worse, because that's why that's not publicly accepted, because, well, you never get anything fucking done. Way back when I was a kid, and I first discovered that, I apparently didn't understand the concept of stains.
Yeah.
I was a kid, in a sense, in quotes. And one side of the comforter, I would do my thing right before I go to bed. One side of the comforter was completely black. That was the face down side. One day, my mom came in and, I gotta do laundry. Flipped it over, like a table, because it was hard. And what did you do? It looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. And I didn't know what to say. I'm like, I spilled the milk. What milk? We don't have any milk. No, not anymore. And she just took it and, got a new comforter, because God knows where that was burned. Anyway, so I like to go on Twitter and whatnot, and people will tweet furry things like, hey guys, I just want to run around all day and bark at cars. Dog things. I really can't do that as a dragon. These are like, hey guys, I just want to hang out, burn down someone's house, and eat their children. Dragon things. And another trend I'm noticing is my family members keep on wanting me to hold their baby. Like I have so many family members that they're spawning, of course. I don't know to make up for my yay or whatever, but yes, they're giving me their baby, and I think this is the most precious, vital thing you have, and you want to give it to me. Fumbles the clutch dragon. Look, I drop my phone all the time, and I love my phone. Your baby doesn't even have Netflix. And plus, it's kind of useless right now. Like, human baby is kind of like a magic carp. It's got to evolve until, like, it grows up and it can kill everything. So, that's what made me think. Animal babies are so much better than human babies. Am I right?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Because an animal baby can do, like, cool stuff, like, right out of the box. And like, getting a baby is like buying a car. I'm glad you got that. Whereas like, an animal baby, like, yeah, they can do stuff right out of the box. And a human baby, it's like buying a console at launch, and it just can't do anything yet. So I'm just going to leave that there. Oh yes. So I have a thing I do where if I see something I can't believe exists, I want to buy it. I call it the Sky Mall effect. Sky Mall is an amazing thing on planes that just products you can't believe exist. And I bet you're like, Xander, please tell me you don't own a shake weight. No, I own 2 shake weights. Look, you might think that's funny, but when Skynet takes over everything, guess you can jerk off 2 Terminators at the same time. This guy. Oh my God. Well, how am I doing on time? What time is it right now? 2 minutes. 2 minutes, good. Real quick. This past year was the World Cup, and what that taught me is I kind of like the World Cup because as a guy from Chicago, it teaches the rest of the country what it's like to be a Cubs fan. It's like, there's no real chance of us winning. Everyone's like, it's all excited every year. But we have to get more people more interested. So I was saying, the way to get Americans interested in soccer is change the rules. What if the goalie had a gun? Just be like, here he comes down the field. He's coming right for me. I was just standing my ground. The guy had a shirt that said Brazil on it. I don't know what that means. Like Brazil. Anyway. And okay, last thing, real quick. I have a quick ghost story for you. I did a Christmas story last time. Ghost story for you now. So pretend it's in October. Me and Alkali were laying down. We were very tired. And out of nowhere, in the middle of the night, I saw a poltergeist emerge from my ass. I know that's confusing. And I know I could have just said, I farted. But that would be like saying, New Orleans had rain. This was a crime against humanity. Right away, it went through the whole house. And apparently this is what happens if I just have beer for dinner. I felt like a mutant that had just learned his new superpowers, but had accidentally killed his parents. And Alkali is a sound sleeper, right? Okay? He's just sitting there, it's like, okay, you try to wake him up, it's like, Alkali, ISIS is here. This time he just shot right up like, did you shit the bed? We cracked every window. It took like an hour to get out of the house. Horrified and amazed and brought a tear to my eye. That said, anytime now I even reach for a beer, Alkali has this look in his eye. Like a Vietnam vet has when he sees an Asian businessman. That's all I got, guys. Thank you very much. I want to give it up for one of the funniest guys I know. Here's Pandez.
I actually remember a while back, you tweeted, my butt won't shut up.
I think I remember that one.
All right, hello everybody! My name is Pandez, and I'm very, very excited to be here tonight. Xander was talking a minute ago about Twitter, and I am horribly addicted to Twitter. I spend way too much time on my phone, on Twitter, and I realize this is a very, very bad thing. Like, a normal person that just gets addicted to Twitter is like, I'm on Twitter. Me, we're talking about my brain and the crazy stuff that goes on up here. Put that with following hundreds of furries, and that just makes it go exponentially worse. The worst part is I also follow a lot of musicians. So of course my brain combines the two on a regular basis. I'll be sitting there and someone will tweet, oh hey, it's the anniversary of The Lion King. Oh, that's so great. And someone else will be like, oh yeah, think I picked up an STD this weekend at that convention. And my brain goes, oh yeah, you just got herpes tonight. It can be assumed that shit's like glitter, it ain't going anywhere. Your sex life now is doomed. That's what goes on in my brain. I'll go through, oh hey, they're re-releasing another Elvis track. Oh, that's great. Well, since I've been a furry, the internet's where I dwell. But now I'm being plagued by trolls who tell me, furry if in hello, baby. I'm feeling so trolled now, baby. I'm feeling so trolled now. I'm feeling so trolled, I wanna cry. Well, that's it. Like, oh, what's going on? Oh, hey, Daughtry's gonna be playing at the same time as Anthrocon's going on. At Anthrocon, Uncle Kage's never wrong. And the doors I keep the peace and harmony. At Anthrocon, the elevator line is long. You better pray to God that you don't have to pee. All these places and these faces are furry. Let's see. What was I putting in? Oh, there's another furry convention coming up. Hey, the Bare Naked Ladies are going to be releasing a new album.
Yeah.
I go to cons and just hang with my friends. If I drink and get drunk and I pass out, does anyone give a damn? And if they do, well, I'll never forget, because it won't take long for them to post pictures up on the internet. Oh yeah, Louis Armstrong. I was like, okay, Louis Armstrong, that's pretty cool. I see frogs of green, red foxes too, golden wolves, and cats of blue. And I think to myself, what a wonderful con. You'll see hundreds of people over the next few days, all here to embrace our furry ways. And I think to myself, what a wonderful con. Oh my God, someone is doing another show with Dr. Phil, and then we had this magazine doing an article. Why is there all this stuff going on? Oh hey, Matthew Abel's releasing a new album. That's pretty cool. Everybody needs a fursuit. It's a fuzzy second skin. But they hold water like a sponge. I'd never take one for a swim. Everybody needs a fursuit. In mine, I'm such a cuddly guy. But I won't do more than that. I don't want to be on CSI. From Tyra Banks to Ricky Lake, furs go on there for our sake. They don't understand that they make the situation worse. This rule you should not break or bend. The media is not our friend. Stay off their shows, we might just end the saga of the furry drama curse. Everybody needs a fursuit. So yeah, that's my wonderful brain doing that kind of thing. So I'm going to try and stay off Twitter now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys a story. You guys want to hear a story? Okay. I'll tell you guys a work-related story. For those of you who don't know, back in the real world, I am a pharmacist. Yes, people trust me to give them their drugs.
Right.
And we have an interesting barrage of patients that come in from time to time. And we had one person come in, and at this time I was still an intern, and I thought I was the guy. I know what I'm doing. I'm the intern. So I go to the pharmacist and the technician. I say, "You guys have your lunch. I'll handle it. I can do it. I'm the intern." And they're like, "Okay, fine. Let's see you do this." And everything was fine. Phone call, okay, took care of it. Prescription be filled, okay, got to take care of it. And they're there, and they're finishing their lunch. And then I see the guy walking back to the pharmacy. And he's walking like this. And I'm like, all right, whatever's wrong, I'll handle it. If I have to, I'll go get the pharmacy. No, I'll find it. I'll take care of it. He walks up and I go, hello, sir. Welcome. How can I assist you today? Where do you keep the truth serum? Maybe I misheard him. Maybe he said, where do I keep the cough serum? I'm just gonna double check. I'm sorry, sir. Can you, what is it I can help you find again? Where do you keep the truth serum? I hear snickering from the back corner. I can see it in the corner of my eye. Like, they're just shaking back behind the corner like, oh, how are you gonna deal with this, you son of a bitch? And I deserved it. I was too egotistical, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna handle this, take care of it. Okay, I don't see anything in the computer under truth or serum. And I was a big fan of Batman, so there's no, we don't have any sodium pentothal either. None of that, because that's the actual term for it. You're snickering. I can't think. You know where maybe you could check the local FBI office? And the guy looks at me like, okay. I hear a thud. The pharmacist is just laughing his ass off. I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And he's like, you sent him to the FBI. Who else would you go to for truth serum? I could send him to the CIA, but if I did that, they'll give him truth serum, find out I sent him there, then come give me truth serum. I don't want that. Another wonderful thing that happened with me at work is we have a lot of older patients, and a lot of the meds they're on give them, gastrointestinal issues. So we have a lot of patients that come in with this walk. And they come up and they go, I need something to make me poop. And then I'll be, yes, all right, come follow me slowly over to the laxative section. Well, I had a patient come in and he looked like he was like 187 years old. And he walks up, he's doing it. And I'm all set to give him, okay. Yes, sir, how can I help you? I need something to make it stiffer. What do you need? I need something to make it stiffer for when I'm giving it to my wife. And I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collect. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna handle this professionally. In my brain, I'm like, no! I'm not gonna give you something that will pool blood down there. You are 187. That will take away blood from your brain, and that's what keeps you functioning and alive. It will destroy your memory. No. It's like, oh, that guy doesn't have Alzheimer's, he's got Viagra. And I'm like, well, there's several things for that, but they're by prescription. And he's like, but I need it now! I'm like, I can't, there's nothing now unless your doctor calls the script. Fifth damn pharmacy. I don't know why he was in that much of a need, but way to go, Century, man. Congratulations. For those of you who don't know, I also like to go to Comic-Con. I'm a fan of Comic-Con as well as Furry Cons. And recently, I got the opportunity to go to a convention with, what's his name? Christopher Judge from Stargate. Christopher Judge, I was gonna go see, and once again, I was on Twitter, of course, and one of my friends was like, oh, you're going to that convention? Christopher Judge is there. He likes furries, lol. You capital lol. You quoted likes furries and you capital lol. What did you mean by that? And they sent me a link. And it's this YouTube video of Christopher Judge and other members of the Stargate people at a convention. And someone's like, did you see those people at the convention in the animal costumes? And Christopher Judge was like, oh yeah, like the lion and the tiger, those are pretty neat. And the other guy was like, no, they were furries. Christopher Judge was like, they were lions, tigers, and they're covered in furs, so of course they're furry. What else would you call them? And everyone in the room other than Christopher Judge went, And someone on the other side was like, Chris, come over here. So the guy who was originally telling the story is just like this, and Chris is leaning over, and this woman's leaning over, giving this wildly animated tale that she's telling him how to escape a dungeon. And all of a sudden he goes, what? What? People do that? Where do I get one of these costumes? Immediately like, I need a picture with Christopher Judge. So I go to the convention, and luckily I was VIP, so I was right at the front of the line. I was like, I'm gonna be right with the very first person he gets his picture taken with. And I go, and they're like, okay, here you go. And I'm in costume, full fursuit. I have a lion fursuit that I like to put on a hat and a scarf and a sonic screwdriver, and I am Dr. Mew. Or as some people at Comic-Con call me, the Firth Doctor. I'll take it. And so they're in full fursuit, ready to get my picture taken with him, and dressed as Dr. Mew, and he's there, and he's talking to one of the people that he just was just leaving their photo. Oh, good to see you, girl. All right, take it easy. And he's like, got this half grin, like, and he turns, full Cheshire Cat. So I walk on up, and I'm expecting it's going to be a quick, oh yeah, hey, that's really great. But he gives the cameraman the, hold up. Hold up. And then he's like, so I gotta ask you a question. Are you a mascot, or are you a furry? I'm like, I am Dr. Mew. I am a furry. I am proud to be a furry, and I answered that just like that. I'm a furry, Mr. Judge. And he looks at me and he's like, yeah. I think the best response I've ever gotten from anyone when I, oh hey, I'm a furry. Yeah. I also got an opportunity recently to, other than being a Dr. Mew, I'm also a huge fan of Star Trek. But recently also, there was a convention that had a bunch of Star Trek people at it, and I was like, okay, we can go and get my picture taken with them. But the Doctor, Colin Baker, who played the Sixth Doctor, was also at the convention. So I'm like, I need a picture as Dr. Mew with Doctor Who. That's just epic. I have to do this. So I'm standing there, and I'm waiting in line, and I'm like, okay, as soon as this next person goes, you'll be the first person in with Colin Baker. And I'm like, okay, that's great. All of a sudden, someone reaches out and grabs my arm, and I'm like, oh my god, it's 4chan, they're here to kill the furry, what's going on? And I look, and who has reached through the curtain to grab me? The Doctor. Not Colin Baker, Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden from Star Trek The Next Generation. She has grabbed my arm, and she is pulling me back behind the curtain going, oh, we're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. And I'm just like, what the, I don't know what's going on. And the ticket girl's just like, but he doesn't have a ticket. But you don't mess with Gates McFadden. And I'm just like, what is this? I don't understand. What's going on? But am I dreaming? Is that what's going on? Because I had dreams that started that way when I was there. We're not finishing that story. And so we get in there, and I'm just like, I don't know. Cameraman, help me, cameraman, I don't know what's going on. And he's just giggling, not helping, cameraman. Help me. So she pulls me over and she positions me like this, and I've got my sonic screwdriver. And I'm like this. And she positions herself like this. So we're doing like this tango / we're sonicking the camera. Why would I sonic the camera? I want this picture taken. And we're doing this picture, and all of a sudden I see the camera go, and she goes, is it good? The camera guy goes, yep, it's all fine. She goes, okay, and slowly she goes, and disengages from me, kind of like the saucer section and the drive section disengaging from the Enterprise D. She goes, make sure I get a copy of that, and then, like the drive section of the Enterprise, she takes off at warp speed. And I'm still standing there, like the saucer section, useless as fudge. I'm just like, nice to meet you, Gates McFadden, Dr. Crusher. Wait a minute. that picture. Wait a minute, how do I get a copy of that picture? I didn't have a ticket. I pulled out money from my wallet. I'm like Fry from Futurama. Shut up and take my money. And then, okay, we'll hook you up. Don't worry about it. Just go to where. And then I look in my palm. I'm still holding the ticket for Colin Baker. I'm like, oh, I gotta get in line. He's gonna be here any second. And they're like, yeah, good, better get back in line. So I go back in line for Colin. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, did that just happen? Seriously? You know, I've been in suit for like 8 hours. And there's no headless lounge here. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Did I dream that? That has to be what happened. There's no way that could possibly. And then, huh? What? It's time for the photo. Oh, shit, okay. Oh, Colin Baker. Yay, this is great. And I go through. And then I get to the end. And there's the photo. Me and Colin Baker on the table. And I'm like, oh, me and the doctor. Dr. Mew and Dr. Who. Oh, thank you so much. Oh. You wouldn't believe, I was hallucinating, and this place, you guys need like more water stations or something, because this is crazy. And the girl's like, oh wait, you're the lion. I've got another photo for you over here. No, you don't. There's no way. I was like, Luke Skywalker from the second movie. It's not true, it's not possible! And she brings it out, and I'm like, it's me and the Beverly. It's real. She's like, and now I just need to see your ticket. Let me tell you a story. That's how I got to meet Dr. Crusher while waiting for Doctor Who. Time. Okay. Is that about it? Or 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Okay. 1 minute.
It's switched.
It's switched. Okay, so another time I was dressed as a Star Trek panda with like the uniform and everything, and I totally got to meet Will Wheaton, which was really, really cool. I had actually tweeted at him once on Twitter, because again, I'm addicted to Twitter, and he responded by sending me a link, and of course this was in the days before you could see what the link was, and of course I click it, and it's freaking Rick Astley, the bastard Rickrolled me. I was Rickrolled by Will Wheaton. And then I got to see him at a convention. Now, he was doing a duo pic, himself and LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow and Star Trek. And I went in, and I'd taken a picture with LeVar a couple times before, and I go in there, and I'm wearing just like my regular outfit, like just the Star Trek, but no panda head or anything, because I want to picture regular me first, and then in fursuit. So I go there, I've got my feet on, but the rest is just human me, and in between them, yay, click. I go to turn, tap on the shoulder. LeVar Burton, where's the panda head? He must have seen the feet and went, oh my God, I recognize you. Well, it's on the table around the corner. I'm gonna get that on, and then I'll get a picture in suit. Will Wheaton looks down at my feet, looks at LeVar, and then goes, you're Lieutenant Pandaz. I rickrolled you on Twitter. And of course I'm like, oh yeah, that was totally great. I'll be back around in just a second. I get around the corner and I'm like, Will Wheaton knew me. I get back around and, I get out there in fursuit and I'm like, hey, and I open my jaw and he's like, the jaw moves! You look just like your Twitter icon! So, yeah, so that's how I'm gonna wrap it up today because I'm due for time. And so let me pass this over to our Master of Ceremonies, Fur, who will introduce our final act of the evening. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen!
Come on, you can do better. Pandas, guys! Alright. Aww. Okay. So, as you all know, here at the Comic Sans Comedy Club, we've been here for 2 years now. I'm surprised that it's lasted this long. And I'm really, really proud to say that coming up after Alkali is our charity Whose Line Is It Anyway? So you guys better bring out some dollars, because you remember the kitties out there in front and how we can pet them all day today? You want them back tomorrow, right? So bring money. Everyone, it's my proud pleasure to introduce the guy who invited me here as a guest of honor, one of my best friends in the whole entire world, Alkali. Since he's on stage already, we also do a charity auction tomorrow. We're going to be auctioning off a bunch of cool little things, and you all should come back here with lots of money. But one of those things that we're going to be auctioning is the story of why Alkali has to do this.
Oh, yes. Yes!
I hate you. tonight's concoction was Jose Cuervo and horse urine. Ladies and gentlemen, Alkali.
So I've got to apologize first off. I have never been this off my game. It's actually tradition that I don't know what I'm going to say before I get up on stage. And while they stand up there, their comedy truly does inspire me. And that's not a joke. It's amazing watching where these two have come from, what they do, and where they come. And usually that'll remind me of my skits. And I'm so goddamn tired that all I wrote on my phone for the first 3 lines was, "You can do it. I believe in you. What is that feeling in the pit of my stomach?" That was the first 3 lines of notes that I wrote during his set. And I could tell this morning that I was going to have a problem because last night you assholes paid over $200, I can't remember what the hell it was, to get me drunk while watching D&D the movie. Because somebody thought it was okay to make us drink every time a torch showed up. And you said, this jackass sitting next to us was like, "Hey, that's kind of bright, that's a torch. Hey, that's kind of luminescent, torch."
Annoyingly black.
Oh, right, and what was it? Annoyingly black was a rule because there is a African-American character who was quite annoying. Well, he was finding things that were just the color black and kind of ticked him off. He's like, "That shirt is really annoyingly black," and I'm already drunk, so I'm like, "Sure." So when I finally went to bed, I must have had a moment of clarity because when I woke up this morning, the only thing left in my room was multiple unopened bottles of water. I at least thought to bring them to bed and didn't drink any of them, but they were there. And what at first I thought was Xander, who had turned into a tub of Cheetos that I was cuddling with. And that was the start to my day. So at least I had some carbs in my system, and I turned him into food. It's really fun being around a true FurryCon. That's what we like to throw here because we do invite other people out. I had the opportunity to go to a convention that was a mixed audience. It was furries on one side, and on the other, it was a general gaming convention. And it was interesting to see what they thought of us because general gaming, they cosplay. If you dress in a fursuit, you're a furry. If you dress like this, you're just a weirdo like the rest of them. So they didn't know, and I got to meld in with the crowd, and that's when I went outside for a breath of fresh air and heard the following line. Can you believe those fucking furries? You know, if I was as rich as all of them were, I could afford these amazing suits. Yeah, can you believe them? Yeah, rich fucking furries. I mean, their jobs are saying, I know, scientists, doctors, they have no idea what you perverts do. They just think you're raking in the dough, putting on fur, and screwing things. That's all they get. Money, fur, screwing. And it was really obvious they were jealous of all 3 of those. It really is fun to, like I said, I'm really off my game, so I'm actually going to use my cell phone this time, because I don't remember anything. It's really fun being with a furry, because there is no point in your day, in your relationship, that you have a serious moment. We could kill each other and not blink an eye because I don't think we have the capability to feel anything but we're animals. And that was proven one night, laying in bed at Xander's condo. He woke up. Now Xander has a bad habit. If he has a headache, Xander likes to go and alleviate it by taking a shower. So he walked to the bathroom, which is right next to the bed. It's a master bathroom. And I hear some weird noises coming in from there. I'm half awake. I hear some scraping. And then I hear what I thought was a hammer hitting a skull. I hear the word fuck, and then I hear the gunshot. Now I now know that he does not live in a good building because this definitely sounded like a gunshot and the police were not at his door. What this idiot did was try to move the sliding glass door in his shower. It fell off the track, and in his genius mind he thought, well, if I bend it just slightly, I can get it back in. Have you ever seen what happens when safety glass shatters? It looked like a sea of white cocoa pebbles all over the floor. I jumped out of bed and ran over to them, and there is my naked dragon standing, staring at the sea of glass, looks over at me, and starts to take a step. Screaming ensued. Do not step on shattered glass, which woke him up. He's like, that's probably a good idea. We spent the next few hours cleaning up this broken glass. It is now 3, 4 in the morning. And finally, his roommate, who's across the living room, because I was wondering, hey, are you guys okay? It was 2 hours ago. He's a furry too. We don't care. It's also fun to have non-furry friends because they do amazing things. I actually invited some of the non-furry friends to help me with the convention. And when I was looking for a finance director, I needed to pick somebody with the proper qualifications. So immediately I thought, I'm going to pick my friend as a finance director because he once assaulted a cop.
What?
Well, you see, we have cop friends, and we were at his bachelor party. And as you all know, bachelor parties have booze, and I like booze. And my friend likes booze. And the cop liked booze. And this spiraled out of control. Really, I know what you're thinking. That would spiral out of control? Terribly. Absolutely terribly. Because at one point, the officer, being angry and drunk, punched my finance director in the shoulder, friendly-like. My friend pushed the cop back, very friendly-like. And the instigator who said it was okay for me to drink every time there was a torch in the goddamn D&D movie said, dude, that's assaulting a police officer. To which my finance director said, that's not assaulting a police officer. This is assaulting a police officer. If he had closed his fist, he would have shattered his skull. He reached back and went, wham! The cop turned around, spun, went down to one knee, got back up like a child, the entire room goes silent. And John goes, try to arrest me. We had a lot of fun. That group is a little silly because of, like I said, alcohol. We've known each other since we were teenagers. And I had the house with the basement. See, the good thing about being teenagers with a house with a basement is for the most part, because it smells so much like man-funk, your parents don't come down there and you can drink all you want. We also had windows right at this level, so if it was cold out, that was your fridge. And if you wanted to sneak alcohol into the house, you just drove on the street next to it, put the alcohol next to that window, came inside on your best Sunday, said we're going to go downstairs and study Bible verses, and we went downstairs and you grabbed whatever the hell you wanted out of the window. I say Bible verses because this story happens on Easter Sunday. On Easter Sunday, myself and a plethora of friends had gotten together. We weren't planning on getting drunk, but it was a Sunday, so it was bound to happen. We reached up the window, started putting down bottles. We think the night took a turn for the worse when we all decided that vodka had more water content than water, and that's how we would make ourselves better. This is the logic we have. And at this point, the cop friend, finally feeling, and this is Easter Sunday. This is not what we should be doing. We need to make up for this. And the cop went, to Jeebus. And the room went silent. And with a tear in his eye, one of our friends, to Jeebus. He spied for our pins. 10 minutes later, our cop friend said, I need to talk to Dan's parents, and went running for the stairs at 3 in the morning. Now, The cop friend he's an in-shape gentleman. The rest of us are very large, fat, basically obese fucktards. We tackled his ass. You have never seen men that large move that quickly unless it's last call at the Sizzler. This is it. They tackled him on the stairs, but because they're large enough, they don't want to tackle him across the stairs. They would have broken every bone in his body. So what they did was basically tricked him, but he was halfway up the stairs, and it's hysterical to watch a man basically turn into liquid and slide right back down. This is what we did for fun. We actually still like to have a lot of fun in this group. I'm truly blessed that they still, after all these years, we try to hang out. And in fact, every once in a while, we'll actually plan a trip. We'll try to take a vacation. And I've somehow managed to merge the two insane groups, which was my friends from high school, from grade school, from college, and the Furries. And not too long ago, we went to a place called Christmas Village. It's in the Dells. And one of my friends was able to get a full house, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a kitchen, and a fridge that makes as much ice as you can possibly need. And that's important. Because you don't want to take a vacation with a bunch of friends and remember any of it, right? I hope that's the case, because that's exactly what fucking happened. At one point, our friend said to another, we were playing a drinking game, a harmless drinking game, and because we were smart and because it was early in the trip, the drink of choice was beer, cider, something nice and soft. This asshole comes out, oh, you're drinking pussy drinks, and I don't know why, but the Irish guy in the group goes, oh, pussy drinks, and he bought out the Jameson. Get the shot glasses. There were 5 shot glasses in the house. He said, well, line up those 5 shot glasses in front of him. 5 shot glasses out, poured in. What are you drinking? He got a Stein. We poured the Stein 3/4 full of Jameson. He said, bottoms up, and drank the Jameson in maybe 30 seconds. And looked at his friend, our gay friend. Drink up, faggot bitch. Now it's on! So he takes the first shot glass. How dare you call me that? I don't think that you understand. He is staring at him. He yelled longer than I've ever heard a mortal man yell. The other guy hit with this sonic blast of energy. This was a level 5 spell. He took 46 damage. It shattered one of the glasses. He had to lick it up. He had a straw. It was terrible. And he drank all 5 shots. And he looked at my friend and said, you drank your fab, man. And I don't know what the hell the words were, but he picked him up and threw him into a painting on the wall. The painting came down, fell on our friend, shattering the glass, ripping the painting, and that's when Xander stood up, fell over, and yelled, don't worry about it, guys, I'm an artist. At this point, we really needed to calm down, so the drunkest one of us figured out how to do that, yelled fire, went to the sink, grabbed the extendable hose, and just sprayed us all with water. Later, he claimed he was trying to water down our drinks. We decided we needed carbs at that point. There was a local pizzeria that was open all night. We called an order of pizza, got very angry when it never showed up. Turned out the next day that we did in fact call and spoke in German. None of us speak German. All they knew is that this building over here called and threatened their country. So finally, it's the next day. Hangover does not begin to describe the feeling that was going through every muscle, every tendon, every bit of our bodies. But that's okay, because we all know the surefire cure for a hangover. Close breakfast. Oh, bacon. Bacon can solve everything, right, guys? So we went 10 miles down the road. No one said a fucking word to anyone else. I don't think we made eye contact. And we went to a nice little mom and pop restaurant. There are more tables in this room than there was in this restaurant. A bar, 5 tables, a bathroom. And I think we were seated at the table for 10 seconds when one of our friends looked at us and said, "I can't go." Now, if he had just run to the bathroom, most of the restaurant would have looked, but he stood up, tripped over a chair, and literally did the most perfect barrel roll you could possibly imagine, closing the bathroom door as he rolled into it. Now, if you've ever been to a mom and pop restaurant that was obviously built by the mom and pop, I'm pretty sure they made the walls out of the thinnest cardboard they can find. As we looked around the room of families, eating breakfast, spending quality time with each other. Maybe they were celebrating a birthday, an anniversary. What they heard was, "Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, my God!" And the next line will live with me forever in my nightmares. "Oh, that was both ends!" Luckily, the sink was situated next to the toilet, and it was projectile enough that he could sit there and shoot there. At this point, the only noise you are hearing is screaming and farting. It is resounding through the restaurant. 3 families have asked for their checks. The front door opened in a rush. We thought it was due to the pressure change. It was just another family coming in. They didn't sit down. I look over the table to our right, the youngest couple in there. They have 2 teenage kids. They're obviously a younger family. Every one of them has their phones out. We realized they recorded this for YouTube. We've never been able to find it, but goddamn, I'm gonna keep looking. Now the problem is how hard some of you are laughing. Because think if you are hungover. You haven't been happy in 12 hours. This is the funniest goddamn thing on the planet. And all of a sudden, my friend, who has no tact, who has no real idea yet that he's out in public, goes, "I'm gonna shit myself," and runs to the bathroom door. So now we hear, farting, puking, pounding on the door. "I gotta go." No one, they've gone. The restaurant is gone. The wait staff is just standing at the bar staring at us. They have asked us to leave, and we had to say, "Look, the guy's in the bathroom if you haven't figured that out yet." So finally, the door opens, and my friend who was in the bathroom, shirt untucked, hoodie gone. I don't mean he left it in the bathroom, we never found it. He opened the door only to be tackled by my other friend who needed to go bad enough that he actually thought, "You know what, I'm either gonna shit my pants out here or knock him over to get in. This is happening." Ran into the room, my friend fell over, fell to the ground, and now they're both screaming because whatever came out of that man's ass should not be repeated by mortal men. Do you want to go on a vacation with me? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being here first stand-up. I'd like to reintroduce to the stage our MC, Xander the Blue, and Perez. Guys, come on up. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Professor, thanks so much.
And now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It'll take us a minute to reset the stage, but who's ready for Whose Lion Is It Anyway? I guess it's my job job to distract you for a few minutes while they do this whole stage changeover thing. So how are you guys enjoying your convention? That is so good to hear. Alkali's been sitting here going, everyone hates it, everyone thinks it's terrible, everyone hates my top hat, everyone thinks I'm ugly. And while those are all true, I'm glad you're having a good time nonetheless.